I'm Terry. Welcome to my morning yin class. Today we're going to do ragdoll. We'll do half hero. What else do I have planned for you today? I think there's another pose in there for our back or something. Anyway, I will meet you on the mat. Let's get stretchy for the day. So, standing in mountain pose, just standing nice and straight. We're going to start our practice today with a forward fold. So you hinge at your hips. Now, I want you to keep your legs bent and let your chest rest on your legs. So if they're bent this much, that's fine. But you'll find throughout the practice, your legs will get a little bit stretchier. So we're going to hold it here. Now, take your arms and just rest them. So you've got your arms crossed and you're just resting them, hanging there loosely. That little bit of weight will pull you further into the practice. Now drop your head so that it's just hanging like an apple on a tree. And we're just going to hang out here for a little while. So we're stretching our hamstrings, and if you straighten your legs, you'll feel a stretch here. When you bend your knees, the stretch comes further up here. You will get further into your forward fold if you keep your legs slightly bent. So there's no harm in your legs being being bent. So let your head hang. Feel the little extra weight from your arms. And see if you can't feel the difference. Lean forward, lean back. See where it feels in your back. Is there more of a stretch this way, this way? You just don't want to put pressure on your lower back. And if your legs are straight and you're lean slightly back, you put a lot of pressure there. So bend, kind of stay the weight on the front of your feet. Hold it here. And let's remember the three principles of our yin yoga. You want your body to be like a wet noodle. So every muscle needs to be relaxed. So in this position, you don't want to be anywhere tight. You don't want your shoulders tight. You don't want to be pulling yourself down. Your legs are just kind of sitting there, hanging out. Your arms are just kind of hanging out. And the second principle is our breathing. And that's 4-8 breathing. We breathe in for 4 and out for 8. Now we make that whisper sound in the back of our throat. You can call it your ujjayi breathing, ocean breath, whisper breath. It's basically making a sound like as if you're fogging up a mirror. So let's breathe and inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue with that breathing. Now I want you to think of your belly button. Bring your belly button back and up. It gives you more room to fold over, and you'll feel that the stretch increases a wee bit when you do that. So breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Continue with that 4-8 breathing. Now our third principle is meet or beat your time. So you want to stay in a pose a little longer than you did the last time you did the pose. It helps your body stretch each time a little bit more. So that's 4 minutes. Good for you guys. Right on. That's a minute longer than we did when we first started. So slowly bend your knees. Come to standing. beginning pose, you always want to go nice and slow. You'll feel your joints, you'll feel everything that's all been stretched out. So now we're going to go into our blaster, dragon or lizard. So let's breathe in. Exhale, forward fold all the way down to the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back into down dog and just hold it here for a minute. Think of that belly button. Bring it up and back. Now, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Come down on your left knee. Point your toe. Now, you can have that front foot at a 45 degrees, 10 degrees, whatever feels good for your body. You can also have it laying on its baby toe side. So you get a little more of an external rotation. And if you, in this position, just put your hand there and give it a little push, you can really feel the stretch. So let's start the timer. You get in position. Now if you want to stay right here, you want your arms, your shoulders stacked over your wrists. So straight bones, down on straight bones. This gives your body the best chance to relax. There's no muscular involvement. So hold it here. If you need your blocks, if this stretch isn't enough for you like this, I always find I start out sort of halfway upright because I get more of a stretch in my left hip, the hip that's extended. You get more of a stretch in your hip flexors there. So holding your chest up, let your knee fall out. If that's too much for you, you can bring it back in. If you need to stretch it a little bit more, you can rest it right on its side of the baby toe side. And just hold it here. You can even let your head hang down so there's no muscular tension in the back of your neck. And breathe into it. Let's inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with that breathing. So if you want to come down on your elbows, and let's say you can reach all the way down, you go ahead and do that. If you need your blocks, you can put your blocks out in front of you, rest your elbows on the blocks, and stay here. Releasing the tension out of your hips. Continue with that whisper sound in the back of your throat. That massages that vagus nerve that makes your body, or lets your body relax. It lets your body relax because it says, hey, we're okay. You're fine. Let it go. I'd sing for you, but you'd turn off the off the video very quickly. Hold it here. So I hope you feel that you're further into this stretch than you were when we first started this, what, 10 days ago, 11 days ago? And let's breathe. I'll count for you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just about done, you guys. Hang in there 5 more seconds. And release. Slowly push yourself out of the stretch. Slowly, slowly. If you used your blocks, you could leave them there or push them out of the way, whatever feels good for you. But let's push up into downward dog once again. You can walk your dog here, wiggle your hips, whatever feels good for you. Now inhale, step your left foot to the outside of those blocks, or your left hand. Drop your right knee, point your toe. Now you can have your foot out at 45 degrees, 10 degrees, straight, whatever feels good for your body. I'm going to move my blocks just for a bit. And remember, you want a straight bone stacked on straight bone. And I'm just going to tip my leg out a little bit, get more of an external rotation. Hold it here. So we held that last blaster pose for 3.5 minutes. When we started, we only did 3 minutes. So hang in there. Let your hips relax. Think of your breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Making that whisper sound in the back of your throat. And let's breathe. I'll breathe with you, and I'll just cue you with an inhale and exhale. In through your nose, out through your mouth, making that whisper sound. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with that breathing. We're halfway through. If you want to put your elbows right on the mat, you go ahead. If you want to use your blocks, you can use your blocks. If you want to stay where we were, you could stay right there too. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with that breathing. In this pose, you sort of want the same weight on each arm, elbow, whatever you're resting on at the moment. You don't want to be like all falling over to one side. You get no prize for going all the way to the mat. You sort of want to be well situated for your stretch. And everyone's going to feel this stretch a little differently. For me, it's a huge stretch for my hip flexors on the extended leg. And if I put my leg in external rotation, my bent leg, it really increases the stretch there. And you do whatever feels good for your body today. Almost there. 10 more seconds, gang. Hold it there. And release. Slowly, 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 slowly walk yourself out of the pose. Move your blocks out of the way. Push back up into downward facing dog. Just wiggle your hips, walk your dog. And release. Come down onto your mat. We're going to do a one-sided hero pose or a one-sided saddle pose. So sitting with your legs straight out, we're just going to bend one leg up close so our heel is right against our hip. Now, if you want to use your blocks, you can slip it underneath your, or not all the way, underneath your right side, or you can put your block there to prevent you from sort of falling over that way. If you need a block to go right underneath your butt, you go right ahead. You can do it like this. If it feels better for you, that's fine. You want to have a good hand distance between your knee and your thigh. So from here, we're going to, this is step one. You can stay right here. You don't have to go any further. This is a stretch in itself. Or you can lean back on your arms. Or you can lean back on your elbows. And you can stay right here. You can let your head hang back. Or if you have your trusted bolster, my favorite friend, you can put it behind your back. And you can recline right on that bolster. But you want to have your knee on the ground. You don't want it up here. So if your knee is up here when you're laying back, stay right here. It's perfectly fine. It takes a while for your body to finally release and let your muscles relax. And the first release point is 18 seconds. And as you're in a pose, you will feel each release point. Your body's not going to want to, and then all of a sudden, whew, there it goes. So wherever you feel comfortable, and if you are flat on the floor and you don't have a bolster, you can use a rolled up blanket, a pillow, whatever to support your back, or you can lie right down on the ground. Let me show you. You stay right there. So you can go right down on the ground, but see my leg is sticking up? We don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to come up and just stay on my elbows until my body relaxes. It's pretty simple, really. You gotta let everything relax to stretch out. If your muscles are fighting you, they don't have a chance to expand and relax and stretch. So let's breathe together. I'll count it out. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And release the pose. Slowly bring your leg to the front. Shake it out. Now bring your left leg, so your left heel is close to your right or your left hip. And again, if you need a block to keep you from falling over to the side, you can just set it there to keep you straight. You can sit right on the block. If you don't have blocks, you could roll up a towel, use a book, just about anything. So again, you can stay sitting right here. If that's enough of a stretch for you, stay right here. Ooh, almost forgot the timer. So you can start your stretch here. You can put your hands behind you and stay right here. If that's enough of a stretch for you today, then you stay right here. And it's always best to let your body stretch and then lower down. You don't want to start the stretch here because things aren't going to kind of relax and stretch out. So you let your body do its thing. And remember, there's no muscular involvement. You need to let your parasympathetic nervous system do its job, rest, digest, relax. But remember, if this is putting any sharp pains in your knee, come out of the pose or come back up to sitting. And if you're about time to go onto your elbows, you can stay right here. And let's breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you're ready to lean all the way back, if you've got your bolster or towel or blanket behind you, you're more than welcome to stay right there. If you want to go flat to the floor and your knee is still on the floor, you can do that as well. Think of that breathing. Think of all that good oxygen coming in, filling those joints that you can feel any kind of tension in, exhaling the tightness out, letting it go. Let your butt cheeks relax. Enjoy the stretch. And let's breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue with that breathing. Oh, look at that. It's 3 minutes. Good job. Now slowly walk yourself out of the pose. Help your knee. Just bring your legs up, windshield wiper them, just to get them all lubricated. There we go. Great. So we did blaster on both legs, we did half hero on both legs, and we did ragdoll. So I hope that stretched you out for the day, made you a little bit stretchy for your day. I will be here tomorrow, and I hope you join me for a short morning yin class. But remember, just because I call it yin, morning yin, you can come and join anytime you like. You have a good day, and we will see you next time.